place where you ain't supposed to make it. Said I'm from a place where you ain't supposed to make it. Come from here is like a test and everybody hope you failed it. Homies lost all up in the cloud of guns.
Hey everybody, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Acoustic Silk Show. I've got with me today a very, very special guest. He actually has some interesting experience in his background, so I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about himself. But he goes by the name Crizzle. Welcome to the show, Crizzle. How you doing, man?
What's up, my man Kai, bro? You know, we doing good, bro. You know, we just kicking it.
Man, I'm so glad you're able to come on today. I'm doing well. So for those, I mean, we just released your song, Nikes and Misfits, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago, and it's been doing well on the channel. I love that vibe. I love that kind of that New York vibe. I think people on the channel kind of got a little intro to who you are from that song. But for those that haven't heard it yet, or for those that haven't been introduced to your content yet before, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just kind of give us a little intro.
So I just started rapping like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, and first thing I did was like, I was releasing like little parodies, and I did like this Chick-fil-A rap, and it was funny, bro. Like, funny to me, but I don't know about you guys, but I released like this Chick-fil-A one, and then and it was like a Gucci Gang, you know, Gucci Gang, Lil Pump.
Yeah.
So it was like a parody of that, and it was like Chick-fil-A instead. But I started out with that. I did that parody. Then I did like a God's Plan parody. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I got some comments, and people were like, bro, like, you should actually like release like an actual song, you know? And so I released a freestyle. Do you remember the Yodel kid, the kid? Yeah,
the Walmart dude.
Kid?
Yeah.
The little Walmart kid, right?
Yeah.
And so like I found like this beat online, and I put the sample of the kid singing on top of that, and I freestyled on it, and they got like 15K views. Wow! And I didn't pay for any of those views. I didn't even promote it like at all, man. It were just organic views.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, but you are actually like somewhat of a master of getting a lot of views on things because of I guess what you've done in the past. So could you tell us a little bit about that? I don't want to spoil it, but. Yeah.
So I guess I'm not like too much of a master because, you know, I still have like it's like 700 views, so it's like a little bit. But my other video has like 1,000 views. But I have kind of like a decent following because I used to do like pranks in the past. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you know, all those people from there, not all of them follow through, but you know, I had a lot of them.
Yeah.
Come support.
So let's get into the pranks first, and then we're gonna get into more of the music. Because I thought that was interesting. I went back and watched a few of your pranks, like the Walmart one, and then you dropped the $100.
Oh yeah, bro, that was a classic.
Dude. I mean, those had hundreds of thousands of views on them. How did that come about? How did you start doing pranks, and then how were you able to generate so many views?
So we started. All right, do you want me to just give you the background?
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah, so me and my friend Daniel, and shout out to Daniel. So we started pranking, and we started in high school. We've been knowing each other since like 10th grade, and we used to watch pranks online. Mm-hmm. Like we used to just go to the library in school and just like, you know, we just ditch class, bro, and we just be like just watching pranks. And it got to a point where even like the librarian just ended up just kicking us out because, you know, you just kept on just watching stuff on YouTube. Yeah, it's funny, bro. And I remember Daniel was telling me like, bro, once you graduate high school, like, let's start this and like, let's go big. And so we did that. You know, we never really went big, but we got, you know, 100,000 views, and we started off doing like just like little like friendly pranks, mm-hmm. you know, sort of that stuff, like spider pranks, like, you know, like fun, just like little funny stuff. And then we started doing interactions. And then the social experiment that you're talking about, the $100 bill one, that's the one that like just really got us like a whole lot of subscribers. And then right now, I believe it has like 270K views. Yeah,
around there, or more. It might have more. Views. It might be in the 300s. I think one of them got over 300,000.
Yeah, my friend actually kept that channel going. He has his other video that's about to hit like 1 million views on there.
Yeah.
And the Walmart one was our follow up, and that one was the funnest prank, bro, ever. It was just the funnest and funniest prank, bro. It's so good.
So do you like putting yourself in these type of situations? Is that fun for you? Is that there kind of like a thrill with that?
Bro, you know what? It's like so funny. Like it's funny. You get like mixed emotions while doing it, because like the first reaction is always the scariest one. Like that's the one where like we had to literally do rock paper scissors. Like, all right, let's see who goes first.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of just hoping that you don't have to go first, because it's like nerve wracking, bro. It's like your first reaction, you know.
Yeah.
And but right after you do the first one, like your nerves just kind of just go away, you know.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
That's awesome. I thought those were pretty funny. So why'd you guys end up stopping those?
We ended up stopping those because we kind of just lost interest, and we had this friend named Social Awkwardness, and he used to have this channel, and he had about 40,000 subscribers. He did like some really funny pranks, and he just stopped. I don't know why he stopped, and at that point, it probably like, you know, we kind of just lost interest just by even seeing that, you know.
Yeah.
And pranks just weren't, like, they just kind of just weren't in at the time anymore.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I think there's some
guys that just like keep it going, like Nelk, and like, you know, Big Dogs TV, all those guys, they know how to do it, you know. But
because I think when you guys were doing it, like this like 2 years ago, that was kind of like pranks were like starting to come down, because like before that pranks were like really really hot, and then like everyone was doing them, and like that was a way you could grow your channel like really really fast by just doing a few prank videos. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But that's cool that you guys still had like a good amount of success with the pranks.
Yeah, bro. We racked up about like 5,500 subscribers.
Yeah.
And we had a good little run, bro. I honestly thought we were gonna go pretty big, but just like how you just mentioned that, pranks were on the decline whenever we started.
Yeah.
So it was like bad timing. You know, we would have started about 3 years before that.
Oh, you guys are huge.
Before that, we were like in 9th grade, 10th grade, you know. So
yeah,
I'm only 22, bro. So
yeah, all right, cool. So no more pranks for you. Like you're not gonna do that anymore or anything like that.
You know what, bro? I have a lot of prankster friends. I have prankster friends in Arizona. I know some guys in Mexico. I know this one guy in Mexico. He has like 120,000 subscribers. His name is Robert Gucci TV. And then I also have Derek Gilstrap. So Derek Gilstrap TV. He's a prankster out of Arizona. And you know, whenever we go to Arizona, we meet up with this guy. So you know, he's pretty cool.
So you are in those videos with him too, or you just like hang out with him?
We actually did a video, but what we wanted to do was we wanted to do the video in a college campus, and at the time it was like December. It was like the end of December, so there was no classes, so we just had to like stick to doing it at a mall. Yeah. And the video that we had, it just wasn't like fit for a mall, you know. But if the idea, if it were to happen, like say somebody was just like, "Hey, bro, come be in my prank," I would do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, you got the background, so it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's, you know, it's fun. It's fun doing them, bro.
Okay, so you stopped doing the pranks a while ago. What were you doing in between that time and then now pursuing rapping?
In between that time, like just like throughout that time, like going to school and stuff, or?
Yeah, I mean, were you just like going to school? You're like focusing on your schoolwork? Were you like just like working, just like getting a job, or like not doing anything entertainment or content creation? Like what was going on in between then and now?
So in between all of that, I didn't go to school. So like I just graduated high school, and you know, I had all my friends. You know, some of them went to college and whatnot, and I just went straight to work, bro. And so during that time, we were all working, and at the same time, like while we were doing pranks, it was like me, my friend Daniel, and the guy Social Awkwardness I tell you about. Yeah. And we used to just, you know, we all had our day jobs, but we all set aside the day of Thursday. So like every Thursday we would go prank. And that's how it went. Every Thursday.
Okay. All right. So fast forward to now. Now, like, what made you decide to kind of get in the music game? Because, you know, you sent over your song Nikes and Misfits. That was awesome. I was very impressed with that. I didn't know what to expect, because I get a lot of bad music that gets sent to me a lot. So whenever I get something that's like really, really good, it's like awesome. So I definitely appreciate you sending that over.
Yeah.
But how did you get into music?
I got into music, bro. My brother used to do music back in the day. He still like kind of does, but about like 3 years ago and 4 years ago, you know, he was heavily into music and stuff, and he was getting like 5,000 views and all, like you know numbers like that, you know, and he might be like one of the reasons, and just from like seeing like other like Mexican rappers, because I'm Mexican myself.
Yeah.
So like just from seeing other Mexican rappers, I just got like this motive. And before that, I was doing like skits and all that stuff, like skits, and then I slowly like morphed into doing like parodies, like the Chick-fil-A parody,
yeah,
and the God's Plan parody. And like I said, those comments, bro, where people were just like telling me like, bro, you should like make a rap song, and whenever I did that, whenever I heard the Yodel Kid, there's just something in my mind just told me like, yo, you need to like, you know, just remix this and turn it into a freestyle.
Yeah,
that's what I did. And whenever I got those 15,000 views, you know, that just gave me even more motivation, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you say 15,000 views, are you releasing this stuff on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify? Yeah. Where are you releasing your music?
Yeah, so that video right there is on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's still on my channel actually, but I tried to put it onto Apple Music and you know like Tidal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't go through because the Yodel Kid that's already copyrighted.
Right.
So he was like copyright issues.
Right.
And so it notified me and it just like didn't go through. But I wish it was on there.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to figure all that out. I don't know how that copyright stuff works, but
yeah, man, they just unfortunately didn't let it through, you know.
Yeah, I guess the sample that you used. So you have the ability to like produce and like all that stuff.
You know what, bro? I'm not too good at it, but I know like the simple stuff. So I just got like the sample. I downloaded, you know, the audio off of the Yodel Kid. Then I took the audio and I found like this cool beat, bro. And so I just like took the sample and put it onto the beat, and you know, just timed it perfectly. And yeah, that's just how it went, bro. Yeah, so I'm not like too good at producing. Just make music and stuff.
Okay. So you have that one song. Then you said you did a Chick-fil-A song, a Chick-fil-A parody.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A parody. It was like, you know, it's Gucci Gang. It was a Gucci Gang parody.
Okay.
But it was like Chick-fil-A, you know.
Okay. And then does that get even more views than the previous one?
Yeah, but that one too, it could have got more views if my timing was right. I released it probably a month and a half, or like maybe even 2 months after the Gucci Gang was already dropped. So if I would have dropped it like, say, a week after Gucci Gang came out, dude, yeah, I would have had some pretty good views. So like timing is everything, you know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So you had those two things, and then what was going on in your mind? Like, were you like, I'm actually going to pursue this, like, for real? Like, the feedback was enough for you to realize that you actually had something there?
Yeah. So I had like the feedback, and even just like from having, you know, even 5 comments, bro, that just inspires you, you know. And
absolutely.
I had those five comments, and it just like told me just keep going, and I did it, and I realized like I was good, like, not to be cocky, bro, but I just realized I was kind of good. So yeah, I just kind of just pursued it, bro, and I'm still pursuing it now. I think I'll be big. I'll be big pretty soon.
Right. I think you definitely have the skill set. I mean, you know how to go viral and you know how to get views. So you know, you combine that with your music. I think you definitely have something going on, for sure.
For sure, yeah. Thank you.
And then so when did Nikes and Misfits come about?
Nikes and Misfits. That was actually like my first, like, I consider that one like my first official song.
Yeah.
But I remember I wrote it. I was on YouTube looking for beats, because that's like where I get all my beats from.
Yeah.
So I took the beat off of YouTube and I bought it. That's like a beat that like I actually bought too, and I ended up just writing to it. And I originally only had like a little bit just written down, and my brother was like, "Nah, like you gotta write to that song completely. Like, don't be lazy." And so that's what I did. And so I wrote to it completely, and you know, I dropped it, and my brother actually recorded it for me. He's a recording. He knows how to record and stuff and produce.
Oh, he does. So like,
yeah.
So what? He has like a studio that he goes to, or he has like an in-home studio, like on his computer or something.
You know, we gotta kind of just do it the hood way. You know, we go to like, it's like this little college right by here.
Yeah.
And we go inside like the little piano room.
Yeah.
And then he has his mic, and it's like a pretty good mic. And then he has his MacBook, and it's soundproof inside the piano room. Oh. So that's all we need, you know.
You're right.
And he already knows how to produce and mix and master and stuff. So this dude's smart, bro. Like, shout out to Ortiz, bro. You know.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. I love that creativity and ingenuity, man. You gotta kind of get in where you can.
Yeah. I have to, bro. I mean, I could pay like $70 an hour, you know, to go to a recording studio.
That's not worth it.
But I just think about it like, I already have my resource like right in front of my face. Like,
exactly.
Why not just use it? You know? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, all you need is a computer now. A computer and a microphone.
Exactly. Computer and a microphone, bro. If you're not doing that, you know, you gotta step it up. You know, but it's all right.
Yeah. So that's the type of equipment. I mean, the audio, how you were laying down the vocals seemed pretty good. Like it all seemed like good quality stuff. I guess that's your brother's expertise coming in.
He's an expert, bro. He's smart. Like he knows how to do all that stuff, and he did that just from scratch. Like just from like watching little YouTube videos and stuff. Yep. And like over time, like he's been doing it since he was like 18.
Yeah.
He's like 25 now. So you know, like, that's like how much ever years that is. I'm not too good at math, bro. Like 7 years.
Yeah. So I mean, is he the one who's gonna be like kind of doing your production and mixing and mastering for the music that you're gonna be doing?
Yeah. Even he told me though, like, try to go to a recording studio just next time, because there is a difference. But I don't really see too much difference, because, you know, he knows how to record pretty good. But I'll probably just give it a shot, you know, go to the recording studio.
Yeah.
I know some pretty good ones around here, you know. So I'll probably have to hit him up. Yeah.
That's a good idea, just so you can kind of like get a taste for it, see what it's like.
Yeah.
So what other plans do you have moving forward? Actually, before you answer that question, one more question about Nikes and Misfits. To me, that had kind of like a New York vibe to it. Like, I just imagine like it being like kind of fall time and just kind of like sitting out on the porch. Maybe some kids playing double dutch or something, and some people playing basketball over there in the corner. But you're not from New York, right?
No, I'm not from New York. No, I'm not.
So tell us where you're from, and then how did you create that vibe so well on that track, not being from that area?
Yeah, man. So I'm from Denver, but like I'm inspired by like the whole Los Angeles thing, because, you know, just like, you know, every city has like its bad parts. You know, like when people think of Denver, they're just like, man, like we're not gonna take Denver seriously. But Denver, you know, every city has its bad parts. You know, and I didn't really grow up like in the rich part of the city. You know, so like I was listening to like The Game growing up, and, you know, like stuff from the West Coast actually. Yeah. But the beat was actually a Joey Badass type beat. Uh-huh. So it was like New York type beat, you know. Yeah. And it's crazy that you mentioned that, like it's like a fall type, because like the thumbnail was actually like leaves. It was like leaves, and like, so it was like fall, you know. Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I think of when I hear that. And dude, it's such a good song.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks.
I'll probably put it on one of the mixes I do for this fall. So you can look out for that. I've been enjoying doing some mixes.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. So what other music you have coming up in the future? You releasing some more singles?
I'm releasing just singles with music videos, of course, because I don't really like to like just release audios, because I feel like they don't get too much clicks. So I'd rather just do it with the video. That way it gets more clicks. And I have like a bunch of promotion schemes. And but as of now, I'm just gonna just drop a little more singles, bro. And, you know, mixtape will probably come like sometime. I don't really care too much for it, but, you know, singles. Yeah, that's for sure.
So what platforms are you gonna use, you think?
Man, I'm gonna drop it on everything, bro. Like everything. I try not to drop my music on SoundCloud, just because I don't like to be labeled as like a SoundCloud rapper. Right. But I'm gonna drop it like on Apple Music, you know, what is it called? Play Music for like the Android and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and like Tidal, Spotify. There's a bunch of them. Yeah. Like pretty much all of them, bro.
Okay. Well, make sure you hit me up when you want us to promote some more music on the channel.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I'll for sure hit you up.
Because I already know it's gonna be quality, judging by that last one. So how many singles do you have now released?
How many singles do I have now? I just have two, man. But on my Instagram, sometimes I drop like little snippets of my other songs, and as of right now, just two though, just the Nike's Misfits and what is it, Cutting Corners, I believe.
Okay, I haven't heard Cutting Corners yet, so I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, Cutting Corners.
And that one's on Spotify.
Yeah, that one's on all the platforms, man. So Apple Music, Spotify, everything.
I'm gonna look it up right now so I make sure I got it. Because when I was listening to your music before, and all I saw was Nike and Misfits.
Oh, okay.
On Spotify.
Yeah, man, it should be on Spotify.
Let me see.
I don't really hop on Spotify too much. I'm usually like on the Apple Music and.
Man, all I see is Nikes and Misfits.
Wow, that's weird.
So you might want to check that out.
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. Yeah, that's weird actually, bro.
Yeah. So for those that are listening, those are listening right now, go check out Crizzle. He goes by Crizzle44 on Spotify. You go by that on all the platforms, Crizzle44?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely go check him out right now on all the platforms. We also got his song Nikes and Misfits on the channel. So if you haven't heard that yet, go pause this interview and go listen to it right now. That's one of my favorite songs of the past few months I've been sent. Not even joking. I listen to that song pretty frequently. So go check it out. Now, how did you come up with the name Crizzle? Because your real name is Chris, right?
Yeah, man. My name's Chris, and let's see, how did I get Crizzle? Okay, okay. So in 10th grade, whenever like Snapchat kind of started popping off, it was like, I believe 2011 or 2012.
Yeah.
And that's whenever Snapchat was like, just popping, And I got my username. My username is actually like Young Crizzle.
Yeah.
Like Young_Crizzle.
Yeah.
But it was spelled Krizzo.
Oh, Crizzle. Okay.
Yeah, Crizzle. So my favorite rapper at the time was Big Crit, and that was his nickname.
Crit. I love Crit.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite rappers, bro. And so his nickname was like Young Crizzle.
Yeah.
And that was his Instagram name. But like nobody knew about him, so I was like, I'm just gonna put it on there. And it's like spelled different, so it's like,
yeah,
it was a whatever thing. And so, fast forward to now, I go by Crizzle now, Crizzle.
Okay.
So it's like different, and I don't even know if he even uses that nickname anymore. But if he does, it's just his nickname.
Right. Dude, I love Big Crit. He's one of my favorites because I feel like his sound is so like, he doesn't unique, it's unique, and it's very like cohesive through his album. Like you can like feel like the southernness and the southern richness through like every song throughout all of his albums, and I like that.
Bro, I love that stuff. I love like southern music.
Yeah.
I love all sorts of music. I like West Coast, East Coast, and Southern especially. I don't know if you've ever heard of SPM.
No.
His name was South Part Mexican, man. That's like probably one of the other guys that also inspired me to rap too, just because he's Mexican,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check him out. He goes by SPM.
SPM, yeah. You probably get into him, man. He's in jail right now. He's doing like 45 years, but.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
45 years, Jesus.
Like 45 years.
Wow. Okay, so I guess he's not getting out anytime soon.
He's not. I think he has like parole or something like 2024 or something. But by that time, he's not gonna be rapping. But when a guy's freedom is on the line,
yeah,
it's better just to see him out on the streets,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of wrapping up here. I had a few questions for you. If you have any like tips for any of the other up and coming artists that could be listening to this interview, I guess as far as like, I guess you've only been doing this like a few months, but you have had a lot of success on like YouTube and like some of these other platforms. Do you have any like tips for any of the other up and coming artists out there for how they can get their music heard?
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm still an up and coming artist, but I've had success by just like, trends are always happening, bro. Like I like to always just remember the Yodel Kid freestyle, because like, there's gonna be other trends coming, and stuff like that could just pop off at any moment.
Right.
And I'm gonna just take advantage of that. But like, just advice for like other people, for other up and coming artists, that's a smart tactic right there. That would get you an easy, at least even like 1,000 views, bro. But that's 1,000 people that don't even know you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a big wave coming, try your best to go ahead and ride it.
When you see that big wave, bro, you gotta hop on that like the first week, because after that, it's it's a dead thing,
right?
So you gotta just take advantage of that,
right? Yeah, I mean, you've done a great job with that, I guess, over the past while. Any other tips you could give or anything like that?
I would say just I try to just like stay genuine,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that I know, bro, that just like try to tell me like oh, you should stick to doing that, like you should stick to making like a club banger,
Mm-hmm.
But I like to make stuff that I like,
right?
And like usually the stuff that I like, people tend to like it more, and like whenever I try to like switch it up just because somebody else has me to do it, it's not like very genuine,
Right. So
I try to just just do whatever I like to do,
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What music are you listening to nowadays?
Nowadays, damn, man, you know what, bro? I can listen to anything, because like I'm a big believer in like that every artist has at least one or two good songs, bro.
I believe that.
Every single artist, So like I listen to even like 6ix9ine, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to Drake. Like even do you remember whenever Drake and Meek Mill were beefing?
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, yeah, that was like yeah. So I was listening to those two guys. Like,
yeah.
I still listen to those guys. I listen to Big Crit, bro. I listen to SPM, Kendrick, J. Cole. J. Cole's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from North Carolina, so of course I like J. Cole.
Have you been to Fayetteville?
I've been through there. I mean, I've been there. It's not. I mean, it's nothing special. I've been by his house.
Countryside. You pass by his house?
Yeah, it's on a main road. It's not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not like secretive or anything. It's not like in like like deep in a neighborhood or anything like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've been
by
by
his house. Stop by there sometime.
Yeah, it's something Forest Hills Drive or whatever. Yeah.
Forest Hills Drive. Yep.
Whatever the title of the album was.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. So like, what other artists do you guys have in North Carolina? Is that just J. Cole?
He's definitely the biggest artist that's come out of North Carolina. For sure. He's the biggest. I mean, there was P.D. Pablo. He might be before your time. Oh, you remember him? P.D. Pablo?
I never heard none of his music, but like he always pops up,
Yeah, you remember, he had a song "Freak a Leak."
Oh, that was him right there.
Yeah, that song was a while ago. Then he had
that was like middle school, like elementary for me, bro.
Yeah, it had to be elementary for you because that was middle school for me. Then he had that song "Raise Up." You remember that song? North Carolina, go ahead and raise up. Take your shirt off. You remember that song?
Okay, it sounds pretty familiar.
That was his first song, and then he had like "Freak a Leak," and I think he had a couple others, but I think "Freak a Leak" was his biggest.
Freak a Leak, oh yeah, bro. That one was a club banger to this day.
For sure.
Yeah. That was a good one, bro.
And I think that's it for North Carolina. But J. Cole, he's a superstar, so.
Superstar, yeah.
I mean, he's
Denver,
like
bro,
top 3-4.
In Denver, we don't have anything, bro. Like, we just have, like,
Well, now you got.
We don't really have anybody,
Now you got the Cannabis Cup.
We got the. Yeah, we got the Cannabis Cup. I don't even smoke weed, bro. Like, I've never even tried weed, so I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah.
Cannabis Cup.
You don't smell people smoking weed a lot.
Bro, like all of my friends smoke weed, bro, but I don't try to get into that too much.
I feel that.
I feel like it kind of just like distracts me from what I'm trying to do. I just try to focus,
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
You know, if you like to do it, you know, I don't like you for it, but
yeah,
you know.
I think a lot of our listeners smoke weed. I'm sure a lot of them do.
You know, I ain't gonna knock him for that. You know, if you like to do that, go for it. I personally don't like to do it though.
Yeah, I just think a lot of the music that we promote on the channel is like kind of, it's not necessarily like stoner music, but it's very, very chill and very, very like relaxing, and it kind of goes along with like weed culture. So,
bro, you know what's crazy though is like I used to like that's all I hang out with, just you know, just people that smoke weed, bro, and like the music, bro, like the pothead music, bro. Like I like it.
Yeah,
I like that stuff.
Of course.
Even though I don't smoke, but like I still like it. You know?
Yeah. You like Wiz Khalifa?
Wiz Khalifa's cool, bro. Yeah. He's cool. I wasn't like that big on him, but he's cool, bro.
Yeah. I like him. I like him too. But yeah, man. So I think that's all the questions I had for you today. I definitely want to. Are you doing any live shows or any performances soon? Because I definitely want to put that in the description box if you are.
Live shows? Nah, man. You know what, bro? Like, as for live shows, I have like this. You know, I don't want to perform. I don't want to perform just yet, just because I don't have enough fans, and like I don't want to just pull up to like a venue and like have like 10 people, but I'd rather just like wait and probably have like a really good song, and a song that gets like a lot of views.
Yeah.
And then I think it'll be like perfect timing. Mm-hmm. That's like that's perfect timing for me. But I don't want to just do like a little show. People there.
I talk to a lot of artists, and they tell me that now club promoters and stuff won't even let them perform unless they see you have some buzz on like SoundCloud or Spotify or something. So now they're checking your numbers before they even let you like perform.
Oh, so, they're checking numbers, and dang.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you're right.
I'll probably have some trouble with that.
No, I mean, you just started, man. You just started.
Yeah.
So
that's why I think like I just started, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it under control. So when can we expect the next single to drop? Because I want to know when we can look out for it.
The next single is gonna come out. What's the date? September 23rd.
Yeah, right? Today's the 23rd.
September 23rd. I'm gonna probably drop it in these next this next week or next 2 weeks.
Next week and next 2 weeks. It's already
somewhere around there.
It's already done though, right? It's already recorded.
It's already done. We actually just hit the studio about like 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Like right before my brother left to New York. He just left to New York. He's in New York right now.
Oh, okay.
But we recorded like 2 songs that day. So I'm gonna probably drop one of them. Like I said, sometimes I drop some of the songs on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Crizzle P. So CRIZZLEP.
Okay. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna email you. You need to send me all of your info.
Media?
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want. And I'm gonna put it right here along the video too, so we can check you out. But what is your primary, like, where do you want people to check you out the most? Like Spotify, you say you don't have SoundCloud. Like, where's your Instagram? Where's your number one?
My number one, bro, that I'm always on is Instagram for sure.
Okay, so you want Instagram.
IG is popping, bro. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a good place to be. Good place to be.
Yeah, IG is the number one, I think, for me, bro. Like for me, I think that was just rising right now.
For sure.
It's already at its peak right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I don't even post that much on Instagram, but I'm there every day. I'm on there every day.
Yeah. And I know, and I take advantage of Instagram. Like I pay for like promotion on there. Like whenever I upload like say like a freestyle or a snippet of a song.
Yeah.
I hit the promotion button on the bottom right.
Right.
And you could pick your budget. You could even do like $1, bro.
Right.
And that dollar will reach out to like 100 people.
Right.
And if they like it, sometimes they even like tag their friends, so you get even more than 100, bro.
So. Okay, so now we're coming into tactics a little bit. So you're not afraid to pay for promotion?
Nah, bro. Nah. I ain't afraid of that because I was even watching. You know who Gary Vee is?
Of course, I know Gary Vee.
Yeah. So Gary Vee, I was watching one of his videos and he's like, you should take advantage of that because like soon enough, you know, like dealerships and all that stuff are gonna stop paying for commercials on TV,
right?
And they're gonna switch on to they're all gonna switch on to social media, and
it's gonna get expensive, right?
And it's gonna start getting expensive right now since it's so cheap. You know, it's like perfect time, bro. Like even if you have like $1,
it's awesome.
You know, just promote that. You know,
I mean, I run Facebook ads, not a lot, but I have in the past, and yeah, you're right. Your budget can literally be $1. It might even be less than $1 if you want it to be.
You could even do like
50 cents a day, you know? Or something.
50 cents.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. But yeah,
that's like one of the tactics I use. That's like one of the promotion tactics I use, and sometimes I'll even pay for like a shout out on something. You know?
Oh, you can pay someone to shout you out on their page.
Like on Instagram, man, there's like a bunch of accounts, a bunch of like music accounts. But like don't pay for like I like to make music, of course, so I like to pay like rapping stuff, like rapping pages.
Yeah.
Because it's the same like genre, you know?
Right. So do you feel like that works? Because I've seen those pages, but I feel like they might get diluted. But I don't know. Yeah,
man. There's actually even you gotta have a tactic for that. I like to sometimes, you know what a video meme is? Like a video meme, like where you put like the video and then it has like the words on top and then it has like the bottom.
Yeah. Like
words on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I do that and write like a pretty good caption.
Right.
And that'll generate you some more views, because I paid for this video on, it was this Instagram page called 60 Seconds Rap.
Okay.
Yeah, and these guys, like you said, it gets like diluted and stuff, like just lost in the post and stuff. Right. And people on there were getting like 2,000 views and stuff like that. And whenever I uploaded mine, I made sure just to think about it, because it was like $30. So you know, I wasn't just gonna just drop $30 just to get like 2,000 views. You know. Right. Especially since they had like 70,000 followers. Right. So I had to at least get a good amount of views, and so I did that, and I did the video meme, and I got 28,000 views.
Well, this was for what song? 3 days. What song?
It was actually for the freestyle, for the Yodel freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just like titled it like Yodel. I titled it Yodel Kid Freestyle. Okay. Yeah. So it's just like those small little tactics, that gets you a little more views.
What about? I was actually trying to build this out, but I'm kind of focused on something else. What about letting like vloggers and maybe some like Instagram comedy people or people that make skits or like whatever use your music for free if you like give it to them? Have you done any of that or thought about that before?
Yeah, man. I do even like little like hoop mixtapes, because I like basketball a lot. Like basketball is like, and sometimes I make like hoop mixtapes like for other people, and I'll put my own music on there, bro.
Yeah. That's what you should do.
Yeah. I just put my own music on there, and I've done that to some of my friends too. Like I have some friends that rap too, and sometimes I'll even get like their music and just put it on there, just like looking out for my friends too. Yeah.
I feel like you could do something really creative with that Nikes and Misfits record. And I know I keep talking about it, but I really like it that much. I like it that much.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I like it too. And I'm gonna probably just put that one in a couple more videos and stuff. You know? I mean more like who mixtapes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think that'd be good, especially with the fall time coming up. That's like the perfect.
Oh yeah.
That's like perfect timing right now for a record like that.
For sure.
I know myself. I've been into chill hop a lot lately. Do you know what that is?
Chill hop. Is that just like hip hop, but just like chill?
It's like it's like hip hop beats, but it's like only instrumentals really, and it's like very very chill. Like you listen to it and you're immediately gonna think like fall time, like winter time, like inside with like the fire burning, maybe have some like dinner, like candlelit dinner. Like you're immediately gonna think that like warm and cozy fall time vibe.
So it has to be a slow tempo, of course, right?
Yeah, kind of like the beat for Nikes and Misfits. Like if it was without you rapping, but just that beat playing, like that's kind of like that chill hop vibe.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. That one's a good one, bro. That one's probably like the definition of chill hop.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
For sure. Yeah.
I've been into that a lot lately. But I wanted to ask you also, because you said you're Mexican, so I'm assuming you speak Spanish, right?
I speak Spanish, yeah.
Do you listen to a lot of the reggaeton artists and like J Balvin, Bad Bunny? You listen to them?
You know what? I like it. Like I like some of the stuff. Like I even like the 6ix9ine record that he put out. It was called Bebe.
With who's that with?
Anuel.
Anuel. Okay.
Like, Anuel. Yeah, Anuel. And yeah, I listened to that track. That track is clean, bro. Like I'll listen to that right now. You know.
Dude, I've been listening to them a lot.
Yeah.
My favorite is Maluma.
Maluma, yeah, he's a good one. I've only listened to like one song of his though.
Dude,
but he's good.
His Fame album is amazing.
Oh, I bet, bro. I'm gonna check it out actually.
I've been listening to Maluma, Ozuna. I've been listening to a lot of Ozuna. One. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but since I'm Mexican, I like to like listen to more of the like. Do you know what corridos are?
Corridos?
I don't know if you heard of it. Corridos.
Corridos, no.
It's like it's pretty much like storytelling, but they talk about like like anything. They talk about like drug dealers. They'll talk about like little kids like growing up and turning into like something big.
Yeah.
And it's like storytelling, but in Spanish. It's good, bro. It's good.
It's not music though.
No, it's music. It's kind of like it's just storytelling, but it's music. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. Like
it's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify.
Okay.
If you look up like there's some guys, bro. There's a lot of artists.
Well, when you send me your information, all your social media links, send me one of those to check out.
For sure, bro. I got you. Do you know any Spanish?
I do.
Do? Okay.
I'm not fluent. I mean, I took it in college. If I like lived in Mexico or something for like a month, I'd probably be really fluent at the end of that. Cause like it starts coming back to me, But I don't like speak it on a daily basis. But like whenever I go there, like I get like really good fast again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure, I'm gonna send you some of those artists, bro. There's a lot of them. Like I have my own playlist like set up, and like sometimes if I just like get in that mood, bro, I'll listen to all that stuff,
Yeah, I think for you, especially like knowing Spanish, maybe you should come up with some music and maybe even like partner, like do a collab with. I mean, obviously you probably couldn't get like Nicky Jam or something, but maybe like an artist like who has a good amount of buzz, because in America we have a higher like brand equity when it comes to music. Like those artists, like apart from Drake, like J Balvin is like the biggest artist in the world, and most people don't even know that. And like Nicky Jam, like Bad Bunny, Maluma, all these dudes are huge. They're like huge. These are like mega superstars, like on the same level as Drake, but most people don't even know that, but they really are.
Yeah.
And I think just because like in America we don't like view those artists the same, but I think for you as like an up and coming artist, you could partner with someone who is more upper echelon, and kind of trade on that their equity.
Yeah, man. Because you're actually speaking some facts, bro. Because reggaeton, bro, is it's rising, bro. It's already been big, but it's even rising even more.
It's huge,
especially with those guys.
Yeah, Maluma has like 30 million followers. Like these guys have so many followers.
Yeah, and I'll probably even get on that, maybe even drop like a little Spanish track or something.
Yeah. Because
this guy 6ix9ine, bro, he's actually like, I want to say he's like he kind of just like motivates me a little bit. Yeah. Just because he's Mexican too, bro. Like he's Mexican too. So him coming out of like America and dropping and coming onto like a reggaeton track, like that's huge. Like he just completely like just changed the game, bro. Like
Cardi B did that too. With J Balvin.
Cardi B too. B too. Like they went from rap to Latin, and they killed it too.
They're killing it.
Yeah, they killed it. Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get a lot more reggaeton into the mainstream music of America. I think we're getting there.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna keep happening. For sure.
Dude, the music is so good. It's so good, man.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. So yeah, man. That's everything I got for you. Do you have any last words you want to say to the audience or anything about anything you got coming up or anything like that?
To the audience, I'm just a regular dude, bro. I just like to make music. I'm pretty sure I'll get big one day, even if it's like 1 year or 3 years.
Yeah.
Because there's not really such thing as an overnight success.
Of course not.
I just got to just keep doing it and doing it. But this is just gonna take time though.
Yeah. I mean, you're young, man. You got nothing but time ahead of you. And
yeah,
from what I've heard so far, you definitely got some talent. So just keep working and keep grinding, man. And I think you'll eventually get to where you want to be.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna focus on just consistency and quality.
Of course.
And I think just with those two things, like that'll get you so far. Just consistency and quality, bro.
Right.
And that goes for anything too. Like
right.
Even whenever I was doing pranks and stuff, that's like all it took just for us to get like 5,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just consistency, stuff like that.
Right. So for those that are still listening right now, go ahead and say where you want us to follow you on Instagram.
So Instagram is Crizzle P. It's CRIZZLEP.
Crizzle P. All right.
Yep.
Crizzle, thank you so much for joining the show today. It was awesome talking to you about all the success you've had so far and your background. I really appreciate you coming on today. And I'm sure the audience is going to love hearing this.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. Hey, thanks for having me, bro.
Brody, why you still in socks in the first place? Yeah, wear whatever socks you want up to the center. I'll still put you on a blender. Yeah. Said I'm from a place where you ain't supposed to make it. Said I'm from a place where you ain't supposed to make it, nigga.
Hey, hold up, nigga. Let me talk to these niggas real fast. You see, a lot of these niggas is gonna start getting paced. You see, we ain't doing NASCAR, but we still gonna be lapping niggas. Yo, check this out, nigga.